Ladies and gentlemen, Biden's campaign, they continue to get warnings about the black vote slipping away from him. Now, has he done anything? No. And that's the problem. So, prominent black officials are warning the Biden campaign that the president's effort to keep black voters firm and, in his pocket is just not working. So they're warning him that time is running out to get his message across. And see, the problem with the message is, oh, we've done a lot. What we do for everybody impacts black people too. That is the wrong message. You didn't say that to the Asians when you gave them that crime bill. You didn't say, well, the laws we got on the books, it can impact Asians too. No, you gave them something along with other groups of people. But when it's us, that's what we're supposed to accept. No, no, you got the wrong message. If that's what you're coming with, you got the wrong message. The publicly voiced concern for these black Democrats isn't that the White House lacks policy achievements. It's that black voters aren't hearing about them. That's not true. We're hearing and we're observing that you are doing for everybody except for us. Okay, y'all need to quit that mess. Oh, we're just so ignorant. We don't know what's going on. That's the problem. Yeah, no, that's not the problem. The problem is, where's our reparations? Where's our crime bill? Where are the things that we want done? We don't hear any message for us. We're supposed to go with the, well, it's for everybody message. No, no, no. And the problem is, you're not listening. And no matter how much you keep talking about this achievement and that achievement, everything you name is for everybody. Everything you keep naming is for everybody. That's not what we want to hear. So, and if you can't do anything for us, it goes back to what I said. All of politics is rooted in racism. That's why you can't do anything. It's all about racism. Benign and neglect is rooted in racism. That's all it is. So, worse, they fear that the Biden campaign has not fully grasped the severity of the information gap at hand, especially in battleground states. I know what has and has not been done. I feel the level of disconnect earlier in the message on the messengers and on mobilization. This is what Rep. Stephen Horsford said, the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus. Do nothing. Politicians. That's what he said. So he said he has brought the issue directly to the campaign. you know, Maybe it's because of the age of these politicians that they're not getting it. Every time you say you're not reaching the black voters, instead of changing course and say, okay, let's take this in another direction, right? They keep coming out with the same message over and over and over and over, and they wonder why it's not going anywhere. The stuff that I'm hearing in this article are things I heard last year. I heard the same thing last year. Oh boy. You know, I don't know. Maybe when you reach a certain age, you have an inability to listen. Maybe that's what it is. So, anyway, but more privately, Democratic operatives express other fears, including the black influencers. and media personalities have soured on Biden, and that the president himself, has he hasn't done a lot of interviews with black media at all. He hasn't, you know, and he probably won't, and has less scripted campaign stops, making him less accessible to voters. Black leaders also see the community is open to Donald Trump's campaign targeted entreaties. So, while black voters, according to surveys, are supportive of Biden's policies like student debt relief and funding for historic black colleges. Oh my God. Can y'all talk about anything else? Democrats, there are a lot of things going on in this country. Why do y'all keep pushing HBCUs in our faces when the vast majority of us are not in HBCUs? You know what makes me laugh? These folks paid money and bought all kinds of goodies for these influencers out here, right? And your campaign is still in the dumps. So if you say it's the social media personalities that have soured on Biden, then maybe you dug in your pocket for the wrong people. But it tells me you got what you deserve as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, when they're familiar with them, the stubbornness of inflation remains a huge concern with the broader public. Those concerns could prove especially critical in the battleground states of Georgia, where people make up 32% of eligible voters, and those are black voters. In North Carolina, where they account for roughly 22%. Even a slight dip in support among black voters in states like Pennsylvania, where roughly 10% of eligible voters are black, could cost Biden the election. No, Biden is costing himself the election by spending 4 years in office and doing for everybody except for us, ignoring us, don't want to talk about our issues, don't want to address what he meant when he said the black voters came out and we had his back and he was going to have our back. See, those are the things we're talking about. We're talking about a crime bill. Nobody gets victimized more in this country than we do. And you people that keep coming over here and say you're always a victim, you're not reaching anybody with that. You need to go away. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, they believe they can make changes. Well, whatever changes that y'all are talking about, obviously they're not good enough. They're not good enough. All these Democrats, all of these people in the Black Caucus, you got Biden, you got Kamala, right? And nobody can come up with a decent campaign to address Black issues. And please stop talking to us about HBCUs. Every president that has been elected has donated to HBCUs. Please stop coming with that. Please listen to me, you elder, you shady pine elders. Stop talking to us about HBCUs. Trump gave to HBCUs when he was in office. Please stop coming with that. You know that's not what we're asking for. All of you know we're not sitting in the Black community saying, wow, I wonder if they're going to give to HBCUs. None of us are asking about that. Get off of that mess already. So, anyway, they know that the Black community is slipping through their finger. And they know it's a problem with their message, but the problem is they're not flexible enough to change the message. And that's been their problem the entire time. So when you tell people, here's what the Biden administration has done related to the Black community, care about people, are really surprised. And no, actually, nobody is surprised because you haven't done anything. Okay, you haven't done anything. There's no shock value in anything coming from the Democratic Party because you haven't done anything. And we already know if you let Biden in there for another 4 years, we just get ignored for another 4 years. You know, you haven't said to yourself, you know what, maybe benign and neglect should go away because it's not working anymore. But I don't know, some of you elders, you may never get there. So anyway, they know that Black voters are their most important voting bloc. They already know that. Older Black women is really what they call the backbone of the Democratic Party for years. Well, if that is the case, that's all the more reason why you should be giving us a crime bill. Because you know what? Even older Black women have been caught up in your system. Even older Black women have been mistreated by your cops, mistreated in court, jailed, and didn't commit the crime. That's happened to Black women too, even older Black women. So if they are the backbone of the Democratic Party, that's all the more reason why you need to be doing more for the Black community. You know, duh. So anyway, the polling groups is showing younger voters and Black men have soured on Biden. Yeah, because he does not do anything. In fact, he doesn't even address Black men in this country at all. A recent Washington Post poll found that 41% of Black Americans between the ages of 18 to 39 are certain to vote this year, down from 61% June of 2020. So, and the only ones he seems to want to be around is James Clyburn and a bunch of Black pastors. And Joe Biden, that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. That's not a winning combination if you're trying to win over the Black community. I'm just saying. That seems like that's the only thing he wants to do, be around pastors and James Clyburn. That ain't going to win you nothing. Okay? That ain't going to win you crap. So, anyway, and Kamala is not the answer either, And I saw how y'all tried to say Kamala was just as popular as Beyonce. Yeah, somebody must be hitting the sauce really hard. So, y'all, just tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.